Picked up well off the gate. Yesterday, I had a pretty bad start, so I wanted to get the whole shot and just ride clean laps. Got out to a good lead, and I kind of just mellowed out, and yeah, came to a moto win.
Awesome, man. Congratulations to you. It seems like you got your homework done in this crazy season here in 2020, not knowing what you're going to be faced with. You definitely dug deep and did all the right training and got yourself in the right place, Ryder. Anybody you want to say thanks to for helping get you in this position?
Yeah, I can't thank Ivan and Robbie enough for the long days at the track. My mechanic, Hayden, for putting in all the long days, and Monster Energy Pro Circuit Kawasaki, Dunlop for getting the fresh rubber, and Scott Goggles, Fox, Alpine Stars, Renthal, and everyone else. Thank you.
He takes gold in the Super Mini 1 12 to 15-year-old class, Ryder D. Francesco. And now moving to our second place position finisher today. They call him GT Money. And of course, rightfully so, this kid is another one of the up-and-comers that is really making waves and making names for himself at many of the majors across the last couple of years. And even this amateur national championship today as we bring the number 4 rider up to the podium, GT Money, Gavin Towers. Where's Gavin at? Is he over there? He's probably like everybody else, just trying to find a little piece of shade out here this morning. I tell you, it's another warm one out here. Again, you talk about temperatures. They're nothing really overbearing as far as the temperatures. It's just that little slight bit of humidity and an intense sun. And even for those of us not doing much physical activity, it's a little stuffy, but you can only imagine what these riders are feeling like. Hey, Gavin, turn around. Somebody point Gavin in this direction for this podium presentation. At number 15 right there. Grab him, tell him to come over. Hey, Wes, tell Gavin to come on over. That's what was going on. Got our good boys back at Verb Moto. Good to see those guys, man. And if you haven't checked out Verb Moto online, be sure and do so. They got a lot of great things going on this week through Facebook, through their website, through YouTube, through many different venues. And they're going to have a feature on this young man right here. It looks like, put your hands together for Gavin Towers, folks. Taking second place here today. Gavin, congratulations. Good second place ride out there. That was not an easy ride and an easy task to be able to capture that one.
No, not at all. Going out to another great hole shot, which I've been struggling with. Should I just wait?
You can wait. Yeah, just wait. Wait. Got riders getting ready for their, well, heading out onto the siding lap now, but now looks like almost a free and clear start line. So, yeah, Gavin, like you said, buddy, you got off to a great start there.
Yeah, I've been struggling with those all year, and I've been really working with Dave Kilgore on my clutch control, and I've been just struggling with how big I am on the bike. But out here, we changed some gearing, and we got it dialed. Got off to another great hole shot. Ended up leading for another little bit. Then Ryder, I think, triple passed me on the first lap, and I tried to hang with him as much as I could. And as we got into lappers, it was hard to stay with them, depending on where they were. Sometimes I'd gain on him, sometimes he'd pull a lot, so I just had to ride smart. I knew Benjamin was a decent ways behind me, so I had some breathing room, just not a whole lot. But my Dunlop tires and PC bike, Monster Energy Kawasaki, off to another great hole shot.
There you go, buddy. Anybody else you need to say thanks to?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my mom, my dad, my sister, Dave Kilgore, and everybody we train with up there, pushing me day in and day out up at Gary Semick's house, the whole Monster Energy team, Green Kawasaki, Ryan, Jan, Travis, all the PC guys, Mitch, just Matt, Luke, everybody over there. Seven, Scott Goggles, for keeping my vision clear all throughout the moto. Alpine Stars, Mobius, and just literally everybody else I forgot. Thank you so much. Wes Kane, Mike, everybody at Monster.
There you go, folks. Gavin Towers taking second place here today as we reset this podium once more and take our third place position. Finisher up here in Moto number 1, Benjamin Garib. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for this hard charger. And his third place position finish. Benjamin, congratulations, man. Good ride out there. Hey, you talk about a stacked class, and you come out on top like this in a third place position, you got to be feeling pretty good about this moto, man.
Yeah, it was a good moto. I got 42 gate pick, so all the way from the outside, but I got a really good start. I was third all the moto, so really happy about that. In my third place at Loretta's, my first medal, so very happy. I worked really hard for this, and I want to thank everyone, my trainers, Randy Lawrence, Kelly Andrews, my mom and dad, my grandma, my brothers, Maxima Oils, Fox Moto, Oakley, and everyone else I forgot. Thank you.
There you go. Great job. Benjamin Garib, his first ever medal at Loretta Lynn's, taking home the bronze in the Super Mini 1 12 to 15-year-olds. Heading back up to the skybox, guys.
Hey, thanks a lot, Rodney. Up here getting ready to get at it with race number 27. That's going to be our Schoolboy 2 12 to 17. Hey, Big James, one of the funnest guys ever to camp with. I've had the pleasure to camp. Really good. I can tell you right now, always there.
There, grab him, tell him to come over. Hey, Wes.
Ellis out front, of course, Christopher Harris in that second.
Mom and Dad, my trainers, Zach and Kyle Regal.
High position around Shanley. Shanley was holding on to fifth, but man, separating first and second.
That number 8 spot gave the Black, who tucked that front on the 55 final moto, but that's not the case. If you go down,
there, grab him, tell him to come over. Hey, Wes.
Rocky trails.
You know, a good day during the week.
On the number 99 machine.
You got something that belongs to you, and anyone who is
Number 75. If there was one knock on Evan Ferry's ride yesterday, it was just a slow start. He was able to match the pace of Rider D about midway through the moto, and I would imagine the pit board said, hey, he's out of striking distance. Let's finish in the number 2 spot. And let's
Justin Bomer, Kimball Jett, Stephen Persing, Caleb Coombs, and Christopher Encigo. And we are off and running in race number 27, our Schoolboy 125 BC. 125 BC underway, and Nicholas Romano, we can expect that whole shot on that number 41 machine coming out of Bayside, New York. All right. Oh, a couple riders down there underway. And folks, want to introduce Jared Berggren to you. Berggren. Jared is a member of our apprentice team here this week. Spent some time with us yesterday. And also we have Justin Yelton in the house as well. Justin's going to have a moment on the mic coming up in a minute. But good morning, Jared. And how about this beautiful day of racing we got so far?
Oh, absolutely beautiful. Sun's out. It's hot early in the morning. And these riders are going to be feeling it all day.
Yeah, you get to come in on an amazing moto right now. Schoolboy 2, 12 to 17. And first things first, Nick Romano on that number 41 pulling the whole shot. Looking out here through the beach right now. I'm not sure, but I believe that Yamaha's still out front.
I think that's Jet Reynolds up front, number 79. Followed by Nick Romano, number 41.
He was behind the tree, so all I could see was Yamaha. Great call. So our apprentice stepping up right away, Jared Berggren, helping make the call right now. But as he said, Jet Reynolds been out of action here a couple years at the ranch, coming back strong. We saw him, I believe, get 4th yesterday, maybe 5th in that first moto. But sure enough, that number 79 machine charging to the front right now. After one, it's Jet Reynolds, Nick Romano, Chance Hymas, followed by Caden Amrite, Gage Linville, Carter Bice, Gage Stein, Kimball Jett, Wyatt LeBack, and Nolan Stallings 1 through 10. Now, I tell you, Jared, a lot more sunshine on this surface right now. It was overcast this morning. The tacky water, the moisture was down below. Now it's starting to work its way to the top. Starting to see a totally different racetrack.
Absolutely. It's rough and rutted, really quick after just a couple of races.
And you know what? When you have 42 riders per gate, 40 riders per gate, that's going to happen. It doesn't matter if it's a 65 two-stroke or a 454 stroke. These machines are going to take their toll. Now, right now, starting to see a challenge as we come into the 10 Commandments. Look at this. Nick Romano makes a big move. Jet Reynolds makes a big mistake. And, man, it's a new race right now. The number 79 feeling all kind of heat. And Chance Hymas wants to get in there. He's putting all kinds of pressure all over Romano. Hey, yo, where you going? And sure enough, Hymas tries to use that inside line, not able to capitalize. Jared, tell us what's happening as they bring it through the beach back here.
Big battle going on between Jet Reynolds, Chance Hymas, and Nick Romano. They are not going to make it easy on Jet Reynolds out front. You can expect this to go on for definitely a couple more laps, if not the entire race. We'll see how it plays out as the race goes on, see if their fitness plays in. But right now, we got a pretty solid battle in the top three.
Yeah, you know fitness is going to come into play, but the bad news for the top three guys, they're all in shape. they're all ready to go 30 minutes. So I think this one's going to come down to, Jared, this one's going to come down to mistakes. Who makes the least mistakes or who makes the smallest mistake? Right. Down here at the ranch, the smallest mistake can translate into seconds, can translate into 20 positions. We watched a couple motos ago. Oh shoot, the boy on the Husky running third place.
Styles?
Yeah, went down, and you know what? Third place turned into 11th place within just a few moments, and had to start work all over again. Jared, we're taking a look at lap number 2. 1:53.9 is our fast lap time, and that's coming from our number 4 position, Caden Amorine. That was done on the last lap. So Caden turning that 1:54, definitely faster than Nicholas Romano, turning that 1:57 ahead of him.
Yeah, we'll see if Caden can keep it up and possibly make his way up into the top 3 even.
That'll be the goal right here, to keep those championship hopes alive. You know, anything inside that top 5 is almost, you know, considered solid. You start slipping outside of there, and, man, the variables can go south.
Absolutely, and you can't count out Gage Linville running the 1:54. He is definitely running a lap time fast enough to make his way up there as well.
And we've seen that 42 machine get aggressive. Gage Linville not afraid to go inside, not afraid to make a little contact to get that next position. It's a good observation right there. And when we take a look a little further back in the pack, we see Derek Leatherman, Julia Bomer. We see some guys that we're really counting on maybe getting a little better start that have their work cut out for them. We see 2 minutes for Bomer, Leatherman a 2:02. Still a little bit faster than some of these 2:04s and 2:03s, but man, going to have their work cut out for them to get inside that top 10.
Right now you can see Nate Thrasher in 10th on the 1:57. He's got a faster lap time than a couple kids in front of him, so you can expect him to keep pushing forward and try and make a couple passes.
And that's a great observation. I can tell you about that 48 machine. That 1:57 came in traffic. That 1:57 is when he's doing work right now. When he gets a little bit more clear track and he puts a couple more people away, I look for that 1:56 to get down into that 1:55, 1:54. Absolutely.
Just needs a little bit of breathing room, and he's going to be pushing forward, no doubt. Nate Thrasher, definitely a top 5 guy. So Jet Reynolds still coming through in first, 1:54.009. Chance Hymas made the pass on Nick Romano.
Yeah, Hymas got aggressive back there. Glad you pointed that out. Got in there, stuck it in there, and once he did that, was actually able to put a couple bike links between him and Romano.
Nick Romano still had the fastest lap that last lap, though. Still in third. He's going to hang in there. Definitely try and make a push, make a pass back on Chance Hymas.
Yeah, that means he, after the pass was made, he shortened the track. You know, I mean, he started using those inside lines, and without being able to take the position back, did set that fast lap.
Chance Hymas right on Jet Reynolds going through the 10 Commandments. Nick Romano's still there, just behind him.
Only about 6.5 minutes into this one, Jared, so a long way to go. Only 3 laps in the book, but when you take a look at Jet Reynolds right now, you know, he doesn't really have that lap time that's going to separate him. He does have just a little bit of a gap, but I can tell you as the laps start to click off, this top 5, we're going to see some shakeups, and we're going to see who can handle the pressure, because the pressure's coming, my friend.
Very, very much so. Gage Linville in 5th, still hanging in there, just a 2.5 seconds behind Caden Amorine. But right now, the camera's on Jet Reynolds and Chance Hymas. Battle for first. Both Kawasaki riders looking super fast out front.
Yeah, looks great. And here's the thing. Nate Thrasher with that 155 back here, he's already moved up a couple more spots. He's going to put himself into the top 5 pretty quick. But the problem is, the further you go, the harder it gets.
Faster they get.
That's exactly right. But, man, we're going to have all of the players in this one here in just about another lap. So there comes Reynolds again, a 153.8. Fast lap by Romano, a 153.5. So these guys are consistently running 153s, which is a fast lap, which is the fastest lap.
Yeah, you can expect these two guys to be running laps pretty similar to those for the rest of the race. They are no slouches, and they are going to be pushing it all the way through.
Right now, we're going to take a moment, and we're going to run down through our MX versus ATV top 20. Jet Reynolds out front, followed by Chance Hymas. Nicholas Romano in that 3rd spot. Gage Linville rides in 4th. Nate Thrasher in the number 5 position with Wyatt LeBeck in 6th. 7th spot belongs to Carter Beast. The number 8 position belongs to Brad West. Brandon Ray rides in 9th, while Kimball Jett has the 10th spot. Kate Damarine in that number 11 position. Austin Cooper-Canitis in the 12th spot. Julian Bomer rides in 13th, while Derek Leatherman has the number 14 position. Kyle Anderson rides in 15th. Diesel Garrett's in that number 16 spot. Gage Stein in 17th. Rush Chapman in 18th. Andy Fahey in the 19th spot. And rounding out the top 20 is Gatlin Coombs. And that's presented to you by MX versus ATV All Out. So just about 8.5 minutes into this one, so starting to get a little deeper into it, and still no bigger gap for Jet Reynolds. Should be coming around, should find him. Yep, there he is, working his way back into the front of the track here, and going to get some timing and scoring this time. Not really able to put that breakaway move on Hymas anywhere. Hasn't found that section where he can really get away from him, and I'd rather be where Hymas is right now than Reynolds. At this point in the race, I would definitely rather be sitting in that 2nd position. Still has, you know, enough of a let's put it this way, reach. Enough of a reach where he can get out there and still make a move if Jet makes a mistake or starts to slow down just a bit.
Absolutely.
But if Jet does make a big mistake, he's not going to take both of them out. He can sit back there and study the lines a little bit. So Chance Hymas sitting in a real good position, as well as Nick Romano. Nick's only sitting a couple seconds back out of this race, too. So, you know, we've seen small mistakes turn into big mistakes.
Correct. And only about halfway through this moto, so anything can still happen. Hymas only about, looks like he dropped about a second that last lap. But like you said, still got him in his sights, waiting for a mistake. Anything can happen. Carter Bees at number 43 on the cam. Looks like he is just behind Brad West.
Turned a 159 last time, did Bees, so needs to really find a little bit of time. But West turned a 156. Brandon Ray behind Bees. He's going to start feeling some pressure. So Bees really needs to take a look at what West and LeBeck are doing and try to get up there and close that gap between them. Throw out a rope and take a tow right now.
Absolutely, hitching a ride. Got to find it. Looking fast nonetheless, but got to hitch a ride.
Exactly. So 10.5 minutes into this one, and
looks like Nate Thrasher continuing to improve his lap time and make his way now into the top 5.
Yeah, we knew that was going to happen. We saw that lap time, you know, continually dropping back here when he was in 8th, 9th, 10th. We knew that wasn't going to set well with him. All of a sudden, as you say, into the top 5. That 154 still faster than the next 3 people ahead of him. And there you go. Nate Thrasher, 153.3, as you point out, fastest lap of the race, and that comes on lap 4.
Right. Maybe with a little bit better of a start, Nate Thrasher could have been battling for the lead right now.
And you know what? That's not to say that he won't be battling for the lead.